I first started, it was just like to fulfill a graduation requirement, but it like very quickly became more than that. It is like so closely tied with my main interest, which is Jewish studies. How could I not? I chose modern Hebrew over biblical Hebrew because it was really important to me to be able to use the language that I learned to interact with other people and not just to study.
Yeah, I'm able to be somewhat conversational in the language, and during the summer that I was in Jerusalem, got to use it lots of times, getting yelled at in the market and all that kind of stuff.
I've been really fortunate to get to use it in conversation with Israelis that I've encountered, but also I do get to use it even though it's not quite the same as biblical Hebrew. I still get to use it within my faith community. I actually just started teaching biblical Hebrew to elementary schoolers at my synagogue, which I could not have done for sure if I didn't have 3 years of modern Hebrew as a foundation.
Modern Hebrew is actually my first, at least as an adult, the first language that I really studied and became comfortable with. So it has been a really fun experience because learning a language is kind of like growing up through childhood again, where suddenly you don't know how to say anything. You can't really express any mature thoughts. You can talk about your favorite foods and your favorite colors and that kind of thing. So it's really like a process of experiencing life and a new culture as a child again, which is a blast a lot of the time and frustrating sometimes. I love the Melk department. I think that the professors are just top-notch and wonderful people. As undergrads, it's a cool department to be able to pair with another major because a lot of your studies end up being language courses. Other than that, it tends to be kind of a choose-your-own-adventure type of department, which is part of why it appealed so much to me. It's flexible and you get to kind of make what you want out of it.
My experience with Melk is very much enhanced by my relationship with Hadar. Hadar is a really, really special person, and she is so deeply passionate about helping students to understand with and connect with Jewish culture and Israeli culture, and even if they are not Jewish or not interested in Israeli culture, finding a way that Hebrew is connected to their lives. More than anything, I feel like I just have a richer and deeper appreciation of Jewish culture, of Israeli culture. I also feel like it really forced me to challenge my mind and my worldview every day for 3 years in a way that I think goes beyond what I personally would have been able to achieve if I had not made my Melk minor central to my education at UW.
One of my favorite words in Hebrew is balagan. I like it because there's not a good word in English to explain it, but it's kind of like just a mess. Somebody asks oh, how is the event? You can just say, oh, I balagan, meaning it was a cluster. Yeah.
I think probably the most commonly known Hebrew word is shalom. People use it for hello, for goodbye. They use it to mean peace and just have a good day. But it's a lot more than that. It's completeness, wholeness, fulfillment. So to understand that underlying meaning is there every time we use it to just say something as simple as hello, goodbye is really special, I think. The more you can introduce it into your life in little ways, the better. It's easy to feel discouraged when you're learning a language and feel like maybe you don't have the right skill set or you don't have the right background, or because maybe you were monolingual growing up and that feels like a really big barrier. Statistically, from a linguistic standpoint, the number one success determining factor is your motivation. So pick a language that brings you joy.
My main thing would just be to jump in and enjoy it. There aren't that many places in the university settings in the US that you can study modern Hebrew, especially with people who really know the language as their first language. So my main advice would be to just jump in and enjoy it and explore the many funding opportunities that are available to you if you do.